takes forever for Facebook to get everybody notified. How are you guys? I have 12 minutes. 12 minutes, that's all I have. I do not have a whole lot to say, but I have a story that I wanted to share. But say hello. Hey, Drew. I am great. It is not 20 below zero anymore, and so all is good here in the tundra. How is everybody else doing? Say hi. Don't just listen. Say hi. Let me know what you got going on. So I had a great meeting today with a reader of the book. Hopefully a new client. I'm sure that they will be. Hey, Winnie. And so I just wanted to share this story because so many of you think that there is no hope for you to get started if you didn't get it handed to you, if it's not in the family or whatever. And so I met with a gentleman today that is 57 years old. And guess what? He is taking over an operation that isn't even his. It's not family operation. He has worked for this guy since 87 or 84 or something like that. And this gentleman's kids did not want anything to do with the farm. So he has worked there that long. He has kept the books for 20 years. He has treated it like it's his own. He has looked at the conservation efforts and he's worked with the owner on the conservation efforts, and he's recommended equipment, and the owner will say yes or no. And they have worked together as a team and as partners. Has it always been easy? Absolutely not. But the funniest thing that this guy said to me today was, I didn't expect for this to ever happen and for me to have an opportunity to buy it. But he said, I've been able to farm all these years with no risk. And so I didn't have to put up the cash, but yet I was the one farming it. I was the one making those decisions and doing whatever. And so he now got the opportunity to buy it, and his boss, right, is now selling it to him, contract for deed, and giving him the opportunity to start. And he said, I wasn't going to buy it unless one of my kids wanted to come back and farm so that we can now pass it off. And so it was so exciting to hear that, as well as hear that he doesn't own a combine himself. He owns it with the neighbor guy, and they share the combine. And they don't have to own their own equipment. And he said, yeah, it gets to be a challenge sometimes, but, we make it work. It's just a reminder. This is all I'm here to say. Is if dad is not ready to pass it off, is it such a bad thing to be compensated if you're on payroll? To be compensated for your time, knowing that you may or may not get it, but you don't have to take the risk either. We always want to have that ownership and say, we own it, we're going to get it, when are we going to get it, yada, yada, yada. Do we really need that to be able to say that we're farming? To be able to say that, does it have to be ours? This guy still doesn't own any land. It's all leased from the past owner or employer, whoever, whatever you want to call him now. But it's good stuff, you guys. We don't need to be so quick to want it. He had no idea if he was going to get it. And sometimes if we just sit back and say, you know what? It's okay. I'm doing what I love every single day. I can go out, I can farm, I can take care of cattle. I don't have the risk. There are blessings in some of that as well. And it is possible to share equipment with the neighbor guy. You guys hear me talk about it all the time. Share some equipment with the neighbor guy. We don't all have to support John Deere and Case IH, right? We don't all have to have something brand new and our own piece of equipment if we are not farming enough to justify that own piece of equipment. I just think it's a great story. I think it's a great story of two people working together, one not having these expectations and saying, when can I? And I've seen it several times. This is not the first time I've seen it. So don't people come on here and say, oh, Mary Jo, that never happens. Oh, yeah, no, don't say never. It happens. But not everybody is meant to be a mentor. This gentleman is obviously a mentor. Not every situation is going to work out that way, but don't tell me that they don't exist. And for those farmers that say, oh, well, you'll never find somebody that wants to work for you that long and not bitch and moan about it. Really? Really? Because you've gone through every single person that can be a hired man that can run that operation? Really? It's a two-way street. It's like running a business, right? I can't expect my employees to be happy all the time. It's a two-way street. If I'm good to them, they will be good to me. And it works. And if my employees are amazing, they treat my business as if it was their business, that means a lot. Same situation here. This guy treated it like it was his farm. And so there are opportunities out there for people to get started. It's not going to be an easy find, and you might have to put in 20, 30 years, but it's doable. Hey, Mark. Mark and Leslie, I don't know where you're at, but yes, -20 is cold. Hey, Nathan. If I go over on time, that's funny. I'm like, weren't you on my calendar? Hey, Brent. Yeah, anything is warmer than -20. I just talked to some clients in Minnesota, and it was like -32 there last week. It was not that cold here. Hey, Bruce. Yeah, I'm not going to be on tonight. I'm not doing a Facebook Live tonight because I only had a few meetings this week because I took off because I had Think Tank. And so I got to meet with our other IBC practitioners, and we had our annual convention virtually, which I do not like. I like to meet with my colleagues in person because the majority of my learning comes from the beverages afterwards when I can sit down and talk to them about their businesses and what they're doing and what kind of clients they're helping. And so I like that time. Hi, Adam. Yes, Winnie, you are exactly right. The trade-off of sharing so that you can sustain your family business. This guy's actually sustaining it to a whole different family, right? But it's awesome. It's absolutely awesome. And I was so excited to share. I'm hoping at some point to like have some of these guys on my podcast and just share their stories. Yes, there's going to be some struggles. Absolutely. But there are lots of opportunities out there. It's just matching the right people together. Because like a marriage, not everyone works, right? Like a business, not every employer and every employee works together well. And so it's just a matter of matching those people together and having that mutual respect. The fact that the owner respected the guy that he hired to make those decisions and trusted that he was treating it the same, and that guy kept the books and they went over the books, like that's a big deal. That there was a great mutual respect there. And at the end of the day, sometimes you do what you love to do, and you can either say it's not mine and I'm going to go work for somebody, Or you can say, you know what, I'm going to work for somebody and do what I love and not hope that it all has to be ours. We are so independent as farmers. We are just these independent Lone Star hardworking people that want it to be ours. And with ours comes the risk and the responsibility and all that other good stuff. So, speaking of risk, I met with another guy today that lost his business due to COVID. Oh my gosh. That gets my goat a little bit too. Because he had an ice cream shop and it got shut down because who's eating ice cream when they tell you you're going to die without a mask on? So that is super unfortunate, and I do not like hearing those stories. I have had a couple of them now, and I do not like them at all. Drives me crazy. Anyway. Okay, you guys, I have a meeting that I have to go to. That's all I had to say. I just wanted to share a really nice inspirational story. Give you guys some hope that there are good people. We just have to find them. We have to connect the right people, and we have to be patient sometimes. On both sides of that equation, right? It's not just dad, it's not just the kid, it's both sides have to be patient, work together. It's not easy to do, I get it, but it's doable. It is doable. I see it. All right, you guys have a fantastic rest of your day, since I won't be on tonight, but I have peeps to take care of. Talk to you later.